Hey everybody, so Mark Marchetti here. I want to talk about health copy, how I write health copy, how I can sell supplements compliantly on cold traffic for Facebook, for Google, because there's actually a lot of confusion about selling supplements on cold traffic. What you can do, what you can't do. I'm I had the misfortune of a media company who's helping another client of mine tell me supplements are automatically non-compliant. It's so far from the truth, it makes my head spin like an owl. Supplements are not automatically non-compliant. You choose your compliance with how you position, with how you cite, with your science, with how you can break down that science and make it easy to understand and not use words that you can't use, right? So here, I'm working with a company called My Doctor Suggests. Now, you're not going to see me go through the research process and how I get my citations. However, you're going to be able to see how I use those citations to make my claims. Now, what this product is interesting. The first thing with any product, though, is mechanism. How does it work for me? So, right, you have your features, what it does, benefits, what it does for me, mechanism, how it works for me, why it works for me. Whether you know it or not, people are always searching for that. They're always trying to get at that. They're trying to figure it out. Okay, so it worked for Joe Schmo, but will it work for me? Can it do that for me? If so, how? Why? People are looking for that. And it's your job to present that, whether you're a media publishing company selling supplements or an individual supplement entrepreneur, supplement company. It's your job to put the supplements out there compliantly so that people can see them, but then in an emotionally compelling way, using science and story to make them relatable, to make them accessible, right? Okay. So what's interesting about this product is its mechanism. The mechanism makes it so that it can be positioned anywhere, really. Right now, we are scaling in the yeast infection um, marketplace. That's something that this product can do. It can also help with depression. It could help with, and I'll explain why. It could also help with uh, autoimmune uh, processes. Like I have lupus. I take it for lupus because I have lupus. And the results I get are truly amazing, which is why I'm actually choosing autoimmune as the positioning we're going to go after here, but it could go after arthritis, Alzheimer's, losing weight, why people can't lose weight, why no matter what they do, they just can't seem to drop those pounds. Well, fit perfectly in that conversation. Colds and flus. I just did copy for colds and flus for this very product. So what does it do? What's the mechanism? Because that's the most important thing. So you know how to position, how to enter the conversation, right? So number one, what does the product do? What's the mechanism? How does it work for me? All right. So it's alkaline water with silver. So structured alkaline water with silver. The silver with the alkaline water prevents it from pooling in the skin, creating that blue effect that a lot of people remember from the colloidal silvers. Those aren't healthy. Don't use those. They don't work. This does. That's one of the reasons why. Now, the structured alkaline water does something truly spectacular. It eats away at the biofilm that surrounds bad bacteria, candida yeast, and exposes those cells for elimination. Then the silver literally like vibrates up against it, trying to get its missing electron until it ruptures the candida bad bacteria yeast cells, and they become like an amoeba. They just become a wet mass, and you pee them out. So you obviously want to drink a lot of water while it's happening because people experience something called die-off. But, we're all experiencing some form of dysbiosis. Pretty much anybody who's ever taken antibiotics once is presently right now experiencing some form of dysbiosis. So having an overgrowth of candida, like in the case of women or men, or yeast infections, being able to eliminate the cause of the yeast infections is a powerful conversation to have. Remember, we're in new cause territory. New cause meaning you have to address something that's unique and real, and it works. So the fact that we can have a conversation about biofilm is truly spectacular. But okay, so a lot of prefacing. Here's how it goes. So I want to write some copy. Let's say, what are we going to write? Let's say an opening for a VSL. So first of all, what are our elements, right? Well, we need, that what if question, something to open up people's minds and get around their stories, circumvent their stories, right? Get around them, because you don't want to play into the negative aspects of people's stories. You want to help them see themselves in the messaging. What if new cause, new solution, credentials, or it's the hey. What I can't think of the name. The name and credentials. There it is. I can't spell today, you guys. All right, so there's another element. Then what else do we need? That big idea, right? Something to really, now that we got a little credibility, we need to put that big idea out there. Get behind that new cause. Deep dive into science, palatable science. What else? We need of course, I'm just doing the opening, but this is just basic how I can structure. Another question is like, do I want to be transparent or blind? Do I want to build it, like a more typical direct response style VSL? Or do I just want to be transparent and like an infomercial and be like, oh, here it is, So I think I'm going to do that, because an inventor, and then in this case, the doctor who is the face and voice of the product is also the inventor. Inventors typically talk about their products right off the bat. So we're going to talk about the structured silver. What else? I think that's good for now, because once we get down to here, some anytime you make claims, you just want to back it up. If I were going, the product product offer, and the dive into science is mechanism. Product offer, guarantee, crossroads. Oopsies. What am I doing wrong here? Right. Closed. FAQs. Right. So there's a basic structure for like an entire VSL. So what if you could quiet and even overcome your symptoms, your autoimmune symptoms, let's say in just 21 days, would you believe me? Now, that's a big question. If I have lupus and I'm saying, oh wow, I can get rid of my autoimmune symptoms in just 21 days. Oh, that's interesting. New cause. We're in the era of bacteria. There's the good guys and the bad guys. Now, if you've taken even just one round of antibiotics, I can virtually guarantee the bad guys are winning. What makes that scary is these bad guys, bacterial bad guys, can literally brainwash you into eating the sugary, processed GMO foods that fuel them and make you feel and are the cause of your autoimmune symptoms. What makes this scary is these bacterial bad guys can literally brainwash you into eating the sugary, processed GMO foods that fuel them. And get this, no, see, that's not flowing, is it? All right, fuel them. The bacterial bad guys can literally brainwash you into eating the sugary GMO foods that fuel them, and can even and are likely the cause of your autoimmune symptoms. You see, when the bad guys take over, they build up. They build their colonies, their little civilization directly on the walls of your gut. When this happens, the bad guys are eating holes in your gut lining, which allows toxins, bacteria, pathogens, pathogens, can't say virus, and other, and even, I don't know, undigested food into your bloodstream. That is the very core of why you're dealing with seemingly endless autoimmune symptoms, whether you're diagnosed with a specific disease or not. endless. All right. But I discovered a brand new way to combat and eliminate the bad guys, these bad guys, so we can quiet your autoimmune symptoms. Wow, quickly. In fact, in as little as just 21 days. Hi. My name is Dr. Gordon Pedersen. Now, what do we have here? We have an opening, right? So let's we have to get a headline. Let's see here. I'm not liking this headline, are you? Yeah, no. Dr. Gordon Pedersen issues health warning because, according to my science, up to 1 out of 2 people in the United States deal with autoimmune problems. Why do as many as 1 out of 2 people have an autoimmune disease? And why is silver the solution? Anyway, that needs a lot of work, obviously, but we'll play with that later. What if you could quiet and overcome your autoimmune symptoms? All right, so that's kind of dry, isn't it? Your autoimmune symptoms. So what if we call them your life-stopping autoimmune symptoms in just 21 days? Would you believe me? Now, that's also a good place where we can put the, hey, I'm Dr. Gordon Pedersen, just right off the bat. We're building that up for a second. We're in the era of bacteria. There's the good guys and the bad guys. Now, if you've taken even just 1 round of antibiotics, let's break this up, I can virtually guarantee the bad guys are winning. What makes that scary is these bacterial bad guys can literally push you into eating the sugary processed GMO foods that fuel them, make you look visibly overweight and bogged down. These that make you look overweight and visibly overweight and bogged down. And get this, these bad bacteria are likely the cause of your autoimmune symptoms. The same autoimmune symptoms that have completely sabotaged your life. You see, when the bad guys take over, they build their colonies, their little civilizations directly on the walls of your gut. That's your gastrointestinal tract. The seamless tube that's meant to keep everything, that's meant to keep toxins and poisons out of your blood and organs. I was going to say yes. When this happens, when, let's get specific again, the bad bacteria poke holes in your gut, toxins, bacteria, pathogens, and even undigested food are allowed into your bloodstream. This is critical. I really want you to hear this because I've just described the very core of why you're dealing with seemingly endless autoimmune symptoms, whether you've been diagnosed with a specific disease or not. But I discovered a brand new way to combat and eliminate these bad guys, so you, hence, can quiet your autoimmune symptoms quickly. In fact, with my groundbreaking new solution, you can expect to start feeling like the real you again in as little as just 21 days. Hi, I'm Dr. Gordon Pedersen. I'm the inventor of the brand new My Doctor Suggests structured alkaline alkaline silver. You would think I know how to spell that just like the top of my head because I've spelled it so many times recently. This new product supplement is proven to eat away at the protective shield that makes bad bacteria so hard to defeat. For perhaps the first time ever, you can address the true core of why you're suffering, why you're needlessly suffering from the crippling autoimmune symptoms that make your life 1,000% more difficult. All right, so we got these sections off. I would still need to add credentials. I don't remember them off the top of my head. I usually just copy and paste and then clean it up for whatever specific letter or BSL script I'm working on. Now, here we would have the testimonial, and then we get into big idea, right? So this kind of gives you an idea of how I would start a letter going after positioning, right? I explain my mechanism. I haven't written it yet, but I explain my mechanism and how this new product can address the new cause. I have proof. I have science and citations. So this is just this is the beginning. The whole point of this Facebook group, the fourth wall. The fourth wall is where creativity comes from. If you think of a sitcom, you see the three walls. The fourth wall is where the cameras are, the director, the writers. That's where the creative comes from. So we're exposing the fourth wall in copy, health copy specifically, because again, supplements are so easy to sell on Facebook and Google. You just need to know how to compliantly write. You need to know what you're talking about so that you can position and help the most people with them in the most relevant way possible. So anyway, guys, I hope that helps. And please, if you have a product or something that you want to put in front of me, I will show you without even researching how in just a minute I can position that product by understanding the mechanism, how it works for me, right? All right, thanks.